Good morning. The defense lawyers who are trembling to get acquittal or defend the accused is Pocso cases. Uh, the lawyers were treated as an aggressive trespasser when Pocso cases are being tried. But however, after little bit later, when the Supreme Court time to time intervened and given instructions, so far as the balanced age is concerned, 15 to 18 years Pocso cases, the court uh, somewhat reduced the gravity of those cases. Here, in fantastic judgment, most important for defense lawyer, the judgment was from Madras High Court, judgment set aside by the Honorable High Court. This is AR 2023 Supreme Court 3525. AR 2023 Supreme Court 3525. Number first, they say the girl, as under 160% stated, she was in love with the accused, was adamant to live with him, concealed and was being hospitalized. Then thereafter she resigned with a statement, but the medical evidence says that there was no external injury on her private part. There was no evidence to show that victim was sexually assaulted 48 hours before medical examination. So the prosecution failed to establish that there was any penetrative sexual assault as a result of coercion or compulsion by the accused. The Pocso Act is not applicable, conviction set aside. Then another aspect is, another ratio is most important. They say in pursuance of section 34 of the Pocso Act and 94 of the Juvenile Justice Act, whenever the dispute of age arises, the court has to recourse the steps as indicated under section 94 of the JJ Act. 94 class 2(3) of the Juvenile Justice Act clearly indicates that the date of certificate from the school or matriculation or equivalent certificate should be considered. Then only corporation birth certificate. Thereafter, in the absence of these documents, you have to say ossification test. Therefore, they say the Honorable High Court judgment stating that medical expert cannot be determining factor about approximate age. Therefore, the Supreme Court has said no, that is not correct in view of the other factors. However, they acquitted the accused. In that, so far the age to be determined through an ossification test or any latest medical determination test conducted on orders of concerned authority, that has to be considered. These things are most important. Here, the prosecution not produced the transfer certificate, but court summoned another surprising report of the revenue official deputy that the birth and death records from 1997 is found missing. Everything is happening. So you keep it in on your file. That this case I have already stated. AR 2023 Supreme Court 3525 P. O. Prakash was state represented by Inspector of Police. AR 2023 Supreme Court 3525 P. O. Prakash, State Inspector of Police. So this is most important case, you keep it. The X-ray reports state that the age of the girl would be more than 18 years and less than 20 years. Because of present modern food, the single child brought up and highly advanced information available at hand through cell and other communication, it is far better the age, apart from considering the age of the girl, the ossification test may be looked into substantially to give verdict. I hope let us wait for that day also. Best wishes.